Did you watch Inside? Bitch. Oh my God. Do I say? Bitch. Can we talk about it? I got some tea. I got tea. I want to say it now. I want to say it now. And if you don't want any spoilers, I want you to mute. Okay? Mute. Because I'm going to say some spoilers. Okay? Listen. I have seen 6 of the episodes. I have not seen all of them. I think I'm like 2 behind still. Let me just tell you. Okay? First of all, Fanita and Bree are the 2 villains of the show. It is very, very clear to me. And I think every show needs to have a villain. I did see KSI. Oh, about to get messy. Oh my God, about to get messy. KSI did tweet today, and it's something I agree with. Hot take, they made this season so entertaining. I do agree. They made the season very entertaining. I don't know why when it comes to like TV shows, like people think that entertainment only has to be based off of the good character. You know what I mean? Toxic people can also make for good TV. It doesn't mean that they're not toxic. To make it very clear, toxic people can still make good TV. Doesn't mean that they're not toxic. Good also doesn't mean boring. I disagree with that too. I don't think good also means boring. I think all of those things can exist. Like you can be a villain in a show and be a bad character, but still be a good character for the storyline. You're just, kind of a bad person. If I'm being personally honest with you, I got hard triggered episode 6. I'm gonna be honest, I did. Cause I think people were really pressing Fanita, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really personally a fan of her or Bree on the show. I obviously have personal bias because I'm friends with Sketch. You know what I mean? I know Sketch personally. However, that shit where she said, who cares about the money? It's like Monopoly money, triggered the me. Oh my, it was Bree that said that. And I also am seeing this weird, okay, first of all, I think that is a really shit thing to say. Now, to be fair, I think they're both really good on the show because they're both playing villains. That's fine. You know what I mean? I'll make that very clear. I like them on the show because they are so dramatic. Okay. But I feel like when it comes to like her and Fanita, the one thing that I am not liking about their characters, because everybody's saying like, oh, well, they think Fanita's loud or they think that Bree is mean. I really don't care about that. I'm a loud person. You know what I'm saying? And people using characters they don't like in a way to be racist is also equally shit. Like you're a shitty person if you do that. Those 2 things exist. However, Fanita and Bree do one thing that I really, really, really don't like in the show, and it happened to me when I was in the show, okay? So I'm gonna just tell you what I'm seeing that this is the reason why I don't like them as characters. It is I am allowed to do something, and if you do it to me, you are wrong. I hate that. I hate it. And I think no one is perfect, okay? I think no one is perfect. But like first of all, like I watched Fanita in real time spend like $10K on like tea and a bunch, or not tea, like chips and soda and a bunch of shit, and Bree do the same thing. And then when Max bought one thing, she walked in the room and said, don't ever say anything to me again about buying something. You know what I mean? When you just bought this. But he bought one item, she bought like 10. You know what I mean? And I was watching that happen and I was like, the only reason that bothered me, and to clarify, I want to make it very clear, I love Mandy down now. Like Mandy and I are cool. I got nothing against Mandy. But I remember I told you guys that I got in like an argument in the show that they cut out. That was the one time I ever got in an argument with somebody, was when I had bought something that the group wanted me to buy. Okay. And I did, because I never bought anything. So it was like a big thing that I was going to finally buy something. And Mandy, when the list came out and I wasn't the bottom spender, Mandy was like, oh, Cinna, you snuck something. You deserve to be out because you lied about it. And I was like, hold the fuck on. And I bought her a coffee that morning too. And I got in an argument with her because I was like, that's crazy that you just told me that. And you know what I mean? You're trying to get me off. And it was like a really big deal. Like I was so mad when that happened. And then the other thing that they did in this season that I'm like annoyed about, Bree. First of all, Bree, listen. If you don't need the money, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? If you don't need the money, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. It is what it is. 200K for one immunity? 200,000 for one immunity. And you know after that immunity, you're gonna be gone. And she outright says to Fanita that she doesn't even care. But you know what the more annoying part of that episode was? Don't spoil it, motherfucker. I already told you. I told you this was gonna be spoilers. I told you to mute and step away. The other thing that I didn't like is that she then turns around and says, well, I don't even care if I get out and fuck up everyone else. It's Monopoly money. I think that is so shitty to do. Do you know why? Because they don't really show it on the show. I don't know how this season was, but in our season, we bonded so much. Like, I'm talking like I could call PK right now, and I probably know things about PK that PK wouldn't outright tell somebody that he just met. Do you know why he told me? Because we were in there for 7 fucking days together. You know what I mean? So it's like you end up bonding and you end up talking. And like in learning things about PK, do you guys remember like even when they gave us the piggy bank thing and it was like you could give 30,000 or 15,000, however much it was to somebody, and we knew, we were like, yeah, PK would need this because he's moving. Like, I wanted to do that because I'm like, yeah, I love PK, and no matter what, even this is a game show at the end of the day, I know he could use this money for something. So like, you know what I mean? It's like that's it. So I'm like going through the whole thing. I'm like, this is crazy to see in real time, because the difference in like the way that I think these two are treating others in the game is completely unfair. It's don't do it to me, but I'll do to thee type of shit. Like, that's how I feel. Like, it feels like, and then Brie in the same episode turned around and she got mad because they lied about who voted Violet out. Or is it Violet? Is that her name? Violet or Vanessa? Is it Violet? It's Alyssa. Alyssa Violet. Okay, her last name is Violet. Alyssa, yeah, so Brie got mad because one of the girls lied about the fact that she voted Alyssa out. But the thing is that compared to her lying about 200K and her lying about 50K, none of that mattered. So I was like, what? I was like watching them in real time try to like go against this girl, and I'm like, you guys have both lied about not only worse stuff, but stuff that actually mattered in the game. Yo, BL Shark, thank you for the sub. Josh Gwynn, thank you for the sub as well. I appreciate it. Thank you. Wait, is George live? Somebody said. Do you think he's seen it?
Side season. I've not.
No!
Need to.
I needed someone to debrief with. I spelled debrief wrong, didn't I? What did he say?
Debrief with. Not cool, Cinna. I'm taken.
No, I'm not.
Cheek.
That's not what I'm.
What you were trying to say, apparently, guys.
But, chat. Needless to say, just to end the segment, so people unmute. Yo, Pandorito, thank you for the prime. I appreciate it. And DXL XLLL, thank you for the sub as well. And Josh Gwynn and BL Shark, thank you for the subs. I will say I have been really, what's the word? Invested in this season. I do think they're good villain characters. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, Fanita laughing when he got voted out. I'm still saying spoilers, by the way. So if you don't want to hear them, mute. Okay. If you don't want to hear them, mute again. I'll hold a thumbs up when you're done. Her laughing when they got voted out is so shitty. To me, I think that is very shitty to do, because people at the end of the day are playing for real fucking money. And like her saying like, oh, I'm laughing because everybody was in on it except him, is actually bullying. Sorry, it is. And her and Brie, that literally is bullying. Sorry, it's the truth. Sorry if you don't like that take. That's literally the truth. It is. Everything else that people don't like about her, like I said, anybody calling her fat or anything like that, I think that is so cringe. I think you are equally a bully. Do not do that, right? I just think that like, yeah, her like saying like, oh, when I confronted him, his rosacea flared up and da-da-da-da was just very unnecessarily mean. You know what I mean? Because like, it's one thing to joke about those things with your friends. But it's a completely other thing to say those things to people that you do not know. And I feel like there's a level of sportsmanship that comes into this. And as somebody who's been on the show, chat, let me just tell you, it messes with your brain so much. Like, it really does. And you're very invested emotionally in it. And like, having a bunch of people off the wake up vote you out and then laughing the moment that he finds out is really shitty to do. I think that is a really nasty thing to do. I think Bree lying about 200K and then blaming other girls for lying is a really nasty thing to do. I think that is a mean girl thing to do. I don't even know if you saw, then when they found out the girl lied, instead of just going and confronting with her, she said, oh no, instead of confronting her, I'm just gonna go play with her to teach her a lesson. Like, yo, bitch, you are not Miss Frizzle, motherfucker. Sit your ass down. Like, you, and I'm so happy that her shit got aired too, because they are literally like playing, they think that they're fucking like Sherlock Holmes over there snaking everybody and sneaking around and everything. Yo, you guys are not slick. It's crazy. She bullied out Sketch too. I don't like the idea that her and Bree both are like dominating women's space. And also, I'm gonna say this as a girly pop, because I am a girly pop through and through. All right, I'm a women fan. I'm a girl's girl, always have been. However, what do I always say? I've said it a million times. You've heard me say it before. Being a girl's girl to justify mean behavior does not make you a girl's girl. Doesn't. Sorry. If you are a mean person and you say, but I'm just sticking with the girls, you are not sticking with the girls. You are a mean person. That is how I feel about it. So, and the reason why I say this is because when I was on the show, I've talked about this before, but like when I was on the show, I love like Maya and Manny and all that, and we're all like cool. But one of the things that me and Whitney had like a conversation about was when Whitney was like saying, she's like, well, you were hanging out with like guys and stuff less than we were hanging out with the girls. So we thought you weren't a girl's girl. So she was like, so I was going to vote you off. And I told her, I was like, that's crazy because I've been nothing but nice to you. And so to say I'm not a girl's girl because I also have guy friends makes no sense, right? Like I was like, that makes no sense. But like using the way that these two have done, not in my season, but in their season, being a girl's girl to be like, well, all the women have to stay together to get all the guys out makes no sense because at the end of the day, all y'all are going to snake each other to get to the end to begin with. So why are you holding girls to a level of loyalty that you wouldn't hold the guys to, and then treating the girls like they're ultra women betrayers when they're just playing the game like everybody else is? You know who I feel bad for? I think Sydney. Sydney is one of my favorites. And Aisha, is her name Aisha? I like Aisha. I really liked Max on the show. Max. I think, who's the other guy? Zach Justice. I think he's really funny. I think Zach Justice is hilarious. Jay Cinco is also really good. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think this lineup was really, really, really good for TV. Even Brie and Fanita. I think they're villains, but I think they play villains really, really well. You know what I mean? I think they play villains really, really well. I think Zach is hilarious. Dwight is also funny. I'm not gonna lie, Dwight's a little messy. Yo, Dwight is a little messy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm seeing it and no one's really clocking it, but he is messy, bro. Because he keeps going like, he'll tell you that he didn't say something, and then you tell him that he knows, and he's like, yeah, I mean, so since you know everything, now I'm gonna tell you. And I'm like, damn, okay. But he's also really good. Yeah, I mean, he's also really good.